You don't know why it's going on.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is andiswasanelisiwekhumalo, also known as Andy K. And to all the returning subscribers, thank you for coming back to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Pause this video, go subscribe, and make sure you do come back. As you saw from the title below, I had to review this episode of the Real Housewives of Lagos because the drama in that episode, it was just like, there is no way I'm not going to review that episode. So let's stop rambling and let's get straight into it. Okay, when I say this is one of the best, not even one of, for me personally, for me, my opinion, this is the best episode on Real Housewives of Lagos so far. If you have not watched this episode, honey, pause this video right away, go watch that episode. It is episode 8, and please come back to my review because I'm shooked. This is the drama that I've been waiting for, especially for Real Housewives of Lagos. Like, Yazi Amnandi episode, like the episode was the bomb.com. So if I'm looking down, I just made a few notes so I don't forget the important details and juiciness and drama of this episode. So we first see Chioma doing charity work. So Chioma, if you did not know, has a charity called the Good Way Foundation, and we just see her doing a charity work with her foundation, and she goes with Caroline and another girl that she was going with. So basically she was going to some place and she was going there to talk to the people from there, especially women. I think it was only women only, I'm not sure. And she was just there to tell the people of that place that she's thinking of funding the people's businesses, and she's going to fund a few people's businesses in that area, and then as time goes by she will fund more and more and more and more and more people. So we saw her with those people. She was funding them, I think 200,000 naira, which is quite a lot of money if you're someone that is actually starting their business. So love that for Chioma. And then we also see Chioma touching base with one of the grandmothers that she's really close to, or she said has some kind of relationship with. And with her touching base with that grandma, Chioma receives very devastating news that a child has passed. I think she's visited that grandmother before and there was a child. So that child has passed, and that child has passed due to the poor health facilities in Nigeria. And I think she said something along the lines that in Nigeria, if you don't have money to pay up front, they don't help you, which is really, really, really sad to know that some places in Africa, also here in South Africa, we don't have the most perfect health system. So it's quite sad that even in 2020 we still face the issues of poor health facilities, and someone can die due to that. So that was really, really sad, and we could see that Chioma is becoming very, very, very emotional due to that. And then in the next scene, after seeing Chioma's charity work, we are at Laura's house. Now, one thing about Laura, I feel like Laura does play kind of like the victim role, and she doesn't like to start drama and this and that, but Laura is good for the show. I'm gonna say Laura is good for the show, and I hope she also comes for the season 2, because it's like she's the main storyline of the whole Real Housewives of Lagos. So as I'm saying, we are at Laura's house, and Laura just updates her husband on what Caroline said to her at the WhatsApp group chat. So if you haven't watched the previous episode, Chioma and Laura came late to Miriam's lunch dinner kind of thing. So Laura did not like the fact that they came late, and her mood was just off at that dinner party, at Miriam's dinner lunch thing. So I think the following day, not the following day, but I think the following day when she was going to do charity work with Chioma, a message pops through on WhatsApp. Ring, ring. Hi, gay Laura is going off. I don't like the fact that the ladies were late, especially Chioma and Caroline. Cool. Caroline then responds. They have like kind of like an argument on a WhatsApp group chat, and in that WhatsApp group chat, Caroline says that Laura was pimped out by a certain governor. Okay, so now I think Caroline's trying to do some sort of damage control, so she went to tell her husband as soon as possible. So she tells her husband that Caroline said I was pimped out by a certain governor. Remember, you dropped me off that day. This is what I was doing that day. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. So then Laura says that the only reason why Caroline is like this is because she's divorced and she wants to break other people's marriages, and then she wants to ruin her marriage by saying she was pimped out by a governor. She works too hard and is too good to be pimped out to anyone, even a governor. So at that moment, I was just like, Laura's not innocent herself. I get it. Caroline did say that she was pimped out to a governor, but Laura's the same person who said that Caroline sleeps with young boys. So she's not innocent herself. And as I was saying, Laura does like playing the whole victim role. Like, she's not the starter of drama, which from all these episodes that I've watched, Laura is definitely the starter of drama, but she denies that fact. She likes playing the whole victim of people always attack her and this and that and this and that. Meanwhile, she's the center of the drama. Even the WhatsApp group thingy, there was no need to send this on a group chat, in my opinion. She was supposed to just tell Caroline to the side or Chioma to the side, go to listen here. I did not like the fact that you were late. You wasted my time and. Then she tells her husband that if Caroline is to repeat that whole thing that she was pimped out to a governor, best believe she's gonna get a slap of her life. And I was just like, now this is the second time Laura is threatening to have a physical altercation with Caroline. So do I think Laura's gonna hit her? Obviously, as the episode goes by, now we see kind of the drama between Caroline and Laura kind of heating up. You see how it's burning now. The next scene, we see Iyabo having an emergency meeting. So I think that Iyabo is having an emergency meeting because of what happened at Miriam's house and the WhatsApp group chats and all that drama. So Miriam's like, I called all the ladies and today we're having an emergency meeting. So the ladies arrive and you can already tell that when Laura comes in, Laura is already in fighting mode. Laura, and you can see that she is already on fighting mode because she was just like, if she was to see Caroline, she is not sure what is going to happen and things might fly off. So I could see there that Laura is already in jail. Her mood, really, it's to, I'm coming here to fight Caroline. So Iyabo says the purpose of the meeting is that there is a lot of bad blood between the ladies, and there's pretense around among the ladies, which valid, she is right. There is bad blood among the ladies, and there is pretense. Yeah, there is definitely pretense because bad blood, really, Laura and the whole ladies coming late and stuff like that. And with them being pretense, we can see that the ladies are pretending with one another, i.e. Chioma and Laura, Caroline and Laura and stuff like that. You can just see that there is some bad blood brewing here. So then Laura, after Iyabo has addressed the purpose of the whole what's the whole purpose of the meeting, she also goes to say that this is also to address Laura, because Laura is the main denominator in everything that is happening here and all the drama that is caused, and addresses Laura on her lateness. That how can you complain about other people being late, meanwhile you're the second person in this group after Chioma to be a late comer. So I love Iyabo for telling it like it is, that Laura, you're not innocent yourself, you're also a late comer just like Chioma. And she said that she doesn't understand how a late comer can complain about other people being late. It's kind of funny and it's kind of just weird that why are you complaining? Obviously, we know that. I know for a fact if it was maybe Tiana who came late or Iyabo who came late, best believe Laura would not have sent that WhatsApp group chat. It's because she does not like Chioma, and Caroline is the fact that she sent that WhatsApp message. Laura also feels like that this meeting is a gang up, and that, you know, everyone has a problem with her. It's like Laura every time she meets the ladies. I don't think it is a gang up, in my opinion. I just think that Laura is the one who causes drama, and it had to be addressed either way. So the sooner the better they address this drama. Is entertainment for viewers like me. And then as I said, I loved Iyabo in this episode. She was a straight shooter, and she was just like, you can tell from the moment. Laura's mood is always off from episode 1, when Laura didn't even really get to know these ladies really well. Laura from episode 1, her attitude and her mood and whatever was off. So you can see that this is kind of like a trend that Laura has. And then after that, we see Tiana and Laura argue about her behavior. So Laura feels that she is alone and that Tiana does not support her as a friend, and Tiana's just like, girl, I'm not going to support something that I don't see. If you are wrong, best believe that I'm going to tell you that you are wrong. And Laura's just like, no, you don't support me. You don't support me. Why don't you pull me to the side to tell me if I am wrong? Which I get what Laura is saying. If I'm friends with someone, I would also like it if they came to me, like if they pulled me to the side and told me that I ain't getting fit. Your attitude was not okay. Your mood was off. I didn't like that. And I didn't like the fact that they were tracing it in front of the other ladies, because it ain't their business, but each to their own. And as I'm saying that, Tiana was telling Laura that she just does not support a friend. If the friend is wrong, please believe she'll tell her. At that moment, Tiana is just laughing and laughing. You see the reason why I would say that if you, my friend, pull me to the side, because you ain't gonna talk my business in front of people that don't like me and then they end up laughing like Chioma did. So Chioma just laughs, you know, she's enjoying her time and stuff like that. And Tiana did not like the fact that Chioma was laughing. She's like, she is being serious and Chioma is laughing like, what's up? And then we now go into Laura explaining why she was put off at Miriam's lunch dinner kind of thing. So she said she was put off because of the dress code. So she said that when Chioma and Caroline came in, they were dressed in very nice dinner numbers. Meanwhile, they are just chilled and relaxed and not dressed for lunch. So you can already tell that the way that Caroline and Chioma were dressed, they were dressed for dinner. So vele they were purposely coming late. And all the ladies were just like, oh. I was also like to Laura, did you see how Miriam was dressed? I mean, I was just like, Laura, just say that you are just bored because it was Caroline and Chioma that came late. And then Caroline butts in and just like, you know what, Laura, you have an inferior complex. Yeah, inferior complex. And she's just like, Laura, I don't understand what you're saying, because you're also dressed in some kind of sparkling kind of thing. She was wearing a sparkly skirt and a shirt, and she's just like, because I just put some sparkles, it's now considered as a dinner outfit. And Laura says that in that conversation, the message that she sent on the WhatsApp group chat was not malicious. Now, I call BS. That's a lie. You knew, Laura, that when you were sending that message, that there's some kind of drama that you wanted to happen. You knew for a fact that after that message, people weren't going to be like, oh, okay, Laura. Okay, sharp, Laura. Okay, cool. You know for a fact that you would be rubbing off Caroline and Chioma because the message was directed to them in the wrong way. So all the ladies were just like, oh. Even Iya was just like, do you think that you can send that type of message and think that there won't be drama? Please. And then Chioma feels that Laura is an attention whore. I kind of support Chioma in Laura wanting to be the center of attention. Laura is the one who likes to create drama. Laura. I do support what Chioma's saying, but at the same time, I'm not angry about that. I'm not angry about that because it just gives us entertainment. I love this. I love it for Laura. Laura, continue creating drama and continue being an attention seeker. Otherwise, there will not be content. I love it. Laura, if you're watching this, please continue, okay? I know she won't be watching this, but please continue. And Miriam was just like, she wants a chance to speak, and then she says that her issue about Laura is Laura's attitude that she had at her dinner, and said that at the beginning of the dinner, Laura's mood was off. Laura's just and she's just like, she didn't appreciate that. She was complaining about the food, she was complaining about everything, she was saying that it's boring and all that stuff. And Laura just maintains in her confessional that Miriam's dinner was boring. It was boring, which I felt that Laura, that was very disrespectful to come to someone's house and be like, it's just boring and the food is not nice and stuff like that. I would be highly offended. So on that part, as I'm saying, Laura just wanted to create drama. So I didn't like that fact that you come into someone's house and then at that time, not even after, at that time, complain about the food. No. In that time, Caroline just says all the things that Laura has come to her before this point, and she says that Laura has an attitude from the beginning. Correct. Caroline is true, because from episode 1, Laura has been having an attitude. So Laura's been having an attitude. She said the whole issue between her and Laura's sister, and Laura's just like, no. And then Caroline says that the reason why she's beefing with Caroline and Chioma is because she wants more followers. And Laura is just like, she's hysterical at this point. She's just like, how? More followers? And when we saw the proof, I don't think she's beefing with them for more followers, because obviously we can see that Laura has 3 million followers, way more than Caroline and Chioma. I just think that she just has a beef with them because she genuinely does not like them. I think that's the whole thing. Like, she genuinely does not like them. And then in that moment, now Chioma, we are peak. Chioma is just like, she didn't say the whole followers part. She just said that she has a beef with me and you because I don't know, it's gonna benefit her in some sort of way, shape, or form. And at that moment, I'm just like, Chioma, you calculative. When you are very calculative, because Chioma's the type of friend where you'll be talking with her, you'll be gossiping. Then when I fight with that person, I'm obviously gonna say the things that we were gossiping about. And then Chioma's the type of person where you will take the fall for everything. Meanwhile, she's the one that said that. So I saw her kind of, even Mary was just like, Chioma is very calculative. And I was just like, I see exactly what Miriam is saying. And then we go into the next scene, and we are still in the emergency meeting. So this whole episode was about the emergency meeting, which I understand why, because the drama of it all was just amazing. The drama was just top tier. And then Laura says if Caroline wants to talk about her sister, she tells this to Caroline that, listen, Caroline, if you want to talk about my sister, best believe we are going to have a physical altercation. And I was just like, at that moment, I'm just like, Laura? But at the same time, I'm just like, the bad person in me is just like, I would love to see them kind of ruffle each other up so this beef can stop. But I'm just, at the same time, I don't want this beef to stop. It's so entertaining. And then at that moment, Caroline was just like, okay, come, if you want to have a physical altercation, come to me, I am here. And then Laura comes up and wants to fight Caroline, and I think Miriam comes in to stop Laura from fighting Caroline. And then What I like about Caroline is that she stood her ground. Caroline stood her ground. When you say someone can fight their own battles, Caroline was fighting her own battles and she stood her ground. And Tiana in that moment says that Caroline went below the belt in the WhatsApp messages, which ganjan, because if Caroline went below the belt, did Laura not go below the belt too? Because as I'm saying that, when Caroline said that Laura was pimped out to a certain governor in Nigeria, then Laura said Caroline likes to sleep with young boys. Like, make it make sense. So they both hit below the belt. I just think that Tiana is saying that because Laura is her friend, and then Laura begins to explain the whole governor issue, and that she wasn't pimped out, and then she was selling her book, something along the lines of that. And Caroline just maintains the fact that, honey, you were pimped out. And that's what made Laura more angry. Like, I was not pimped out. The whole thing about Caroline and Laura fighting at this point is that Caroline keeps on saying that Laura was pimped out. So Laura stands up and she throws water at Caroline, and then Caroline also stands up and throws water back at Laura. And no, it was at that point I think that Miriam tries to stop Laura, not at the first time. And then you can see Miriam is on the floor. And she was pushed on the floor, sitting and and then it was just a mess. It was a Mazza. And then we see Carol say that now, at this point, this is where Laura just went crazy. You see, when Caroline started talking about Laura's husband, that's when Laura went crazy. She went nuts. Because Caroline was just like, Laura feeds her husband. And did she not go crazy? At that point, if no one was holding her back, they were going to fight. And then she goes more crazy when Caroline is just saying that you feed your husband has 4 million naira, your husband has 4 million naira. At this point, Laura's going mad, her wig comes off, she's just going crazy and mad. I just wants to hit Caroline. And I'm just like, Laura baby, you know that's not the truth. If you know that you don't feed your husband, why are you so pressed? If you know your husband does not or does have 4 million naira, why are you so pressed? So I'm just like, is this the whole thing now that's making Laura crazy and making Laura angry? I was just like, Laura, come on. Because she knows exactly which buttons to push, and she's pushing them, and now you're being pushed. Laura. And then now we go into Chioma, which I did not know. I did not understand why Chioma was coming for Iyabo. And Chioma was just like, she was also very annoyed that Iyabo was telling her about her lateness. I think because she saw the way Caroline was standing her ground, Chioma thought that, you know what, my friend is standing her ground, let me also try and stand my ground. And she picked the wrong one, because Iyabo is not to play with. Iyabo quickly shut the whole thing down about Chioma being annoyed about her lateness. Iyabo was just like, I was supposed to tell you about your lateness because you were late, and it's not something that I did not tell you about or stuff like that. I told you at that moment, straight to your face, that your lateness is not a good thing. And I'm just like, to Chioma, but it's not a good thing also to be like, oh, I'm late and stuff like that. It's actually really disrespectful and actually very rude that at every event you are late. Chioma, I like Chioma, but at this very moment I'm just like, it's not your time to shine. It is not your time to shine. And then we go then after the whole fiasco and drama and chaos and just fight, we see Tiana and Laura talk about what happened. So Laura is just now saying that she's going home, deuces, she's out, and in her leaving, Tiana follows Laura. So now Tiana wants to talk to Laura about what just happened when they were arguing. So Laura's just like, I don't understand why Tiana wants to talk to me, because wasn't not Tiana was just like, if I want to apologize or say something, I must say it in front of the group or in front of the ladies. Why is Tiana now coming to me and wanting to talk in private? And Tiana is just feeling very emotional, and Laura just maintains the fact that she has no support from her as a friend, and that she feels very disrespected, that all the girls were disrespecting her or were ganging up on her, and Tiana did not say zilch. Tiana just kept quiet, which I understand where Laura is coming from, that if you're my friend and you're my true friend, you will at least fight my battles with me. But I also understand where Tiana's coming from, where if my friend is wrong and I can see that she's wrong, I'm not gonna fight your battles for you. You take your L on the side. Take your L, because I'm not gonna kind of fight battles that I can see that, you know what, it's the girls are ganging up on Laura for the right thing. So I understand where both of the ladies are coming from. And you can just see that Laura is kind of the ride or die kind of friend, but at the same time, if you cannot tell your friend that she is wrong, are you really friends? Are you really friends? And then Laura just ends off the scene by saying that the friendship is over. She doesn't want a friend like that. And that's where we end the episode 8 of The Real Housewives of Lagos. My opinion on it, best, personally for me, best episode of Real Housewives of Lagos so far. And I just hope next episode there'll be drama. They'll be spitting drama like this. But when we saw the trailer of the next episode, it kind of seemed like very interesting. As I was saying in my first review, I think it was episode 1, where I was saying that I was kind of underwhelmed by Real Housewives of Lagos. But right now, if this is the drama that they're taking in the following episodes, I'm going to be a very happy person. I'm going to be a very happy person. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment down below how you felt about this episode of Real Housewives of Lagos. Don't forget to subscribe, as I am on the road to 700 subscribers. And I love you guys all for watching. I will try to review another episode when things get very, very, very interesting. And I love you guys all for watching. Bye.